Well, it looks like the Halo series pulled a Book of Boba Fett move. Master Chief, he takes his helmet off. It's right there, and he leaves it off for the whole ending of the episode. Maybe the series.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
All right, so the wait is over. Halo, the series is here. Season 1, Episode 1, called Contact. I liked it, but man, there's some things to talk about here. There are some issues. It's going to be a little controversial, and we'll get into it here. So let's talk about how the show unfolds, what I liked and what I did not like. All right, so Episode 1 starts off with a bunch of people. They are rebels, and they're on the planet Madrigal. So I've played all the games, but you know, there's books out there, so I don't know everything about the Halo universe, okay? But it's Madrigal, and it's 2552. That's the year, and we're in the outer colonies. And I guess there are these rebels there, and the rebels don't like the UNSC, and I guess they're fighting. So we meet the general's daughter, and she's out in the woods collecting plants, and she stumbles across a Covenant Phantom ship. And all of these characters were annoying me for the first couple minutes. I didn't like any of them until the Covenant actually show up and start to vaporize these people in the most bloody fashion possible. And then, yeah, I got kind of excited. All right, so Kwan, who is the general's daughter, she's going to be the main character of the series, I have a feeling. Kwan runs back to her father's base, and the Covenant follows. The Covenant just blows open the door, starts kicking these rebels' asses. And I did like that. That looked really cool. But it was kind of funny because these rebels, they don't like the UNSC, they don't like the Spartans, and they're bad-mouthing them. And they're the enemy, right? Until Master Chief, you know, drops out of a, was it a condor or a pelican, and does the superhero drop, like every superhero does. And then he looks at the general, and it kind of like gives them the nod, and then the general gives them the nod, and then all of a sudden now they're best buddies, right? The enemy of my enemy is now my friend kind of thing. So that was kind of cheesy, but Master Chief and his silver team, which consists of Kai, Riz, our two female Spartans, and Vanek. So we got to balance out, you know, silver team. We need 2 guys and 2 gals. So there's a lot of women in this episode too, and I'm not opposed to female characters, but a lot of them are unlikable. I liked Riz and Kai. I love Silver Team. They look fantastic. I want to see more of Silver Team, and they show up later in the episode, and they're badass. But most of the female characters here I did not like, except Halsey. We'll get to Dr. Halsey in just a bit. So anyway, Silver Team whoops ass, except all the rebels die, except one rebel, and that, of course, is Kwan. All right, so Master Chief and his silver team, they investigate and see what the Covenant were up to. They go to this cave, and they find out that the Covenant was digging up this relic, this thing that's kind of floating there. And Master Chief touches the relic, and he has flashbacks. He starts to see his family when he was a kid. And I started to realize, though, something's off about Master Chief, and it's his voice. His voice is distracting. It's annoying me. For 2 decades, I've had headphones on listening to Master Chief in the voice of, I believe it was Steve Downes. So he's Master Chief. It's like Peter Cullen is Optimus Prime. It's just the voice and the character are one. We're going to find out a little later that the helmet and the character are kind of one too, and they're going to ruin that. But the voice and the character are one. So I was distracted by Master Chief as soon as he started talking. Then we go to the Reach and we meet Dr. Halsey. I did like Dr. Halsey, and she's arguing and bitching with the female president over, I believe, Cortana, the Cortana project. All right, and then we go to sort of the Covenant base of operations, High Charity. And again, some of this stuff I don't know about, so this might be in books. I know a lot, but not everything about the Halo universe. And I really actually like this scene. The leader, not maybe the main leader, but some person of authority is a young lady. But I thought she was interesting. This scene uses like the Covenant language and her subtitles. And the Covenant character is really good looking. The CG on him and the voices. I really liked watching these bad guys talk. And I really want to know what's up with this young female girl that's hanging out with the Covenant. All right, and then we get some more family drama. So there's this character called Keys. She is a member of the UNSC, and she is ordered to talk to Quan and get her to make a video denouncing the Covenant. It's a big scheme from the president lady. And Quan's not having any of that. And then we learned that actually Keys' mother is Dr. Halsey, and her dad is this UNSC general. So we learn about the family drama there, and Keys is very upset when she finds out that the president ordered Quan to be killed because she feels like she was part of that ruse. I didn't like this part. We're making the UNSC very bad, and we also learn that apparently Quan, in talking to Master Chief, Quan claims Master Chief killed her mother during some meeting, and that the UNSC is just bad. All they want is resources, and they will kill people that get in their way. So the episode concludes with Master Chief returning Quan to the Reach, I believe. He's disobeying the order to kill Quan right there. So he's returning with Quan. They start messing with the oxygen in his ship, in his suit, to make him unconscious. I think he was trying to make Quan unconscious. I'm not sure exactly what was going on there, but both of them are returning to the Reach unconscious with the Relic. And in the meantime, we have the UNSC human troopers, and this reminded me of Starship Troopers, all these scenes of them grabbing guns and running. It's a very, it's a militaristic organization, the UNSC. They just obey orders. So it reminded me of Starship Troopers. And then we have the rest of Silver Team, which, you know, their loyalty lies with Halsey. So I thought it was pretty cool when they asked Halsey if the UNSC turns their guns on Master Chief, then they're the enemy, right, Dr. Halsey? And she just like smiles or something. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we got the two groups as the Pelican. Is it the Pelican? I think the Pelican's crash lands in front of them. And yeah. And Master Chief then takes his helmet off. Yeah, so Master Chief is trying to convince Quan that, hey, you can trust me. So the best way to do it is to take your helmet off and to show her that I am a human. I mean, I'm like a 7-foot tall, genetically altered human, death machine, but I'm still a human and you can trust me. So she trusts him, and I think he touches the artifact again, and the artifact takes over the Pelican, and then they fly away. So there's no need to fight anybody. But we leave with Master Chief disobeying orders, with Quan, with the Relic, maybe going out to find the purpose of everything. All right. So, but why take his helmet off? Why take his helmet off? The voice should go with Master Chief, and the helmet is so much of Master Chief's character. There's no reason to take it off. I mean, the actor, it's just some guy. I don't know him. I'm not trying to insult him, but it's the same with Boba Fett. The helmet is the character of Boba Fett. I know Tim Morrison, nice guy, a great actor throughout the years. He really is. Once More Warriors, go check it out if you haven't seen it. But the helmet and the character, the voice and the character. So I don't know, is he going to like leave his helmet off for the rest of this series? Put that helmet back on. All right, so what did I like about the show? So I am going to keep watching. The show looks great. There's a lot of money here. It crushes the Book of Boba Fett. So as far as the visuals, I mean, the Book of Boba Fett now does look cheap. I thought Picard actually looked a little bit better. Picard Season 2, and definitely this Halo show looks amazing at times. The Spartans all look really cool. I love Silver Team. I want to see more of them. So it looks great. Our character, Quan. It's early, but Quan's not that likable right now. So, you know, she's kind of mad and salty. So hopefully we find her a little more likable. The dialogue here is serviceable. I'm not sure it's that great. And Master Chief. There's not enough Master Chief for me, but hopefully now we get more MC, and hopefully he puts his damn helmet back on. All right, what do you guys think? Have you checked out the Halo show on Paramount Plus? Next week, I got to do Picard and Halo, and then what starts next week? Moon Knight? Oh, it's killing me. Won't you guys join me on this pop culture journey we take every week? Please, join us, subscribe, smash that like button if you would, and leave a comment. That's the most important thing I ask from you guys. I want to know what you guys are thinking about this show and everything else we talk about, all right? Well, with that, thank you. Everybody have a great day, a great week. I will see you very soon, and I will see you on the new.